Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly and today's video is for a beginner, or if you want to add more detail, it can be for an advanced tumbler maker. I'm starting with a black spray paint, a stainless steel wine tumbler, and some fall colored foil flakes from PDB Creative Studios. They are currently sold out of these flakes, but you can find these in other stores and just mix the colors that you want and break those up and apply them in together as in a heap. So I am just using Tack-It as my adhesive on the bottom portion of the tumbler, working my way up to about 2/3. As I get closer to the top, I am thinning out my brush strokes and just using the very tips of that chip brush, because when you apply the foil flakes, you want them to gradually diminish as you work up the tumbler. I want the little pieces to break apart and get thinner and thinner on my way up. So the look I was going for is like when broken up pieces of fall foliage are blowing in the wind and then they just scatter and you can see the little bits and pieces of the really tiny broken up leaves. That's what I was going for. I thought about putting a saying on here like fall leaves, or all I need is wine and Thanksgiving, or I don't know, some silly little saying like that for the fall season. But as I was working on these and I was looking at the foils against the black, these tumblers as is are simple and very elegant, and if I were to put words on them, it would kind of take away from the elegance. And so I left them as is, and then that way you can use them for any occasion also, not just during the fall season. They can be a gift or whatever. So I just left them as is. I thought they were super pretty. I'm going to apply my first coat of epoxy after I seal with a Krylon clear gloss. Now, I didn't paint the base of these tumblers black, and then when I sanded after that first coat of epoxy, I sanded too soon. So if I were you, I would wait until the second coat of epoxy to sand. Then some of that stainless steel was showing through, and so I had to reapply some foils with some UV resin after that first sanding. If I had spray painted the base of the tumbler black, then you wouldn't really notice the tumbler peeking through as much as you would just leaving it stainless steel. So that's just a little tip if you decide to make this tumbler as well. So here it is after the very first coat of epoxy, and the foils they're amazing. The little big pieces mixed with the little tiny bits just gave it the perfect look I was going for, so I was super happy with it. You can see the texture on the bottom of that tumbler, and this is only after the first coat of epoxy, so then I sanded that, and that's when I peeled off too much of that base. So you're going to see me right now apply some UV resin with some more foils, and then I'm going to spray paint again 2 times with the Krylon clear gloss, and then I'm going to put 2 more coats of epoxy over the top of it, and then they are done and good to go, ready to clean off the rim with your craft knife or however it is that you clean off your rim. So this is a simple project. You just need 3 things, and then whatever I used epoxy, you could use bright tone or whatever method you use for your finish. And then they're just beautiful. So a simple project that you can make in a day or 2. Let me know if you would like to see more beginner-friendly designs or techniques. Drop a comment below, and I will do my best to upload videos that are short and quick to the point as much as I can. So thank you so much for watching, and I will post any supplies that I used below in the description box, except for the PDB fall mix of foils. Instead, I'll link some Amazon that you could use to replace that fall mix. So here they are after the second coat of epoxy, and I still want to put the third coat. They're pretty smooth after the second coat, but I think a third coat is necessary. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this simple, elegant tutorial.